It's time for a nice night stroll. I feel good, I feel confident, I've made all the good life choices. Oh my god, what have I done? Oh, Jesus! Oh, my life's a wreck! Oh, man, I'm screwed! The tonal changes in animation. Hey everyone, welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles. In the last episode, we finished the mission for Detective Dunban, and now he's taking 5 with his sidekick Ricky. In this episode though, finally with a lot of things freaking done, we get to work on this Monado idiot. Jesus! But not before we have a nice little chat with an old friend of ours. Oh, with that watch still in good nick.
Hello. Shulk, you've been doing a lot of good deeds lately. The helpless and the hopeless alike, you fixed the problems. I'm not exactly that desperate, but I'm a bit lost at the moment. It's been a year now. I need to decide what I'm doing with my life.
That doesn't sound good. Beep boop. Shulk response robotic.
I'm so confused. It's really been getting to me recently. Can I ask your advice?
I know you're bad with machines, but you can do other things. You don't need to worry.
It's not just about money. I sold my dad's shop and that's left me in an okay situation for now. Wait, that's not what I wanted to talk about. Come on, Shulk, listen to me.
And I just want to take this moment to appreciate the flavor text of every single side quest that we get here. Why not try to offer some advice? Listen to Désirée's long story.
Thanks, this could be a bit of a long chat, so bear that in mind.
Oh no. No, that chat's over. Goodbye. No, let's hear her out. Well, what is guys having an existential crisis? This is Crisis Peer, apparently.
Hello. I know I'm always wandering around here at night, but it's not just for the sake of it. I have a good reason. I'm mulling over my future. I'm mulling it as hard as I can in the hope that I'll figure it all out. Narrowing down the options is so difficult. It's taken about the same amount of time as you've spent fighting. If you let me tell you about it, we could both take a short break.
That's fine with me. I'm sure the 2 ladies behind me don't mind.
It is, thank you. You always do make such a good listener. I got to a point where I've narrowed it down to 2 options, but now I can't decide between them. I've spent forever thinking it over. I just can't know for sure which one would suit me best. I think I'll go crazy unless someone helps me choose.
I can see the problem.
I knew you would. Anyway, next time we chat, I'll tell you all the details.
Ladies, take a seat. It's gonna be a while.
Hello. Okay, so the first career path I'm considering is a defense force. Don't tell me. Your first thought was her, a soldier? No way. Well, think again. I'm actually a really good shot. The lieutenant even told me I'd soon be an expert if I signed up. But there are some drawbacks. 1, fighting is really dangerous. Fine, that one's a bit obvious. 2, I'm very bad with machines. What if it turns out I can't service my gun properly? I won't even be able to train. But if it works out, I could do it all right for myself. The pay is good, and I think I'd enjoy the lifestyle.
There are definitely some good arguments on both sides. Do you mind if I think it over?
Not at all. I've certainly spent long enough doing that.
Well, she's leaving. My god, she's leaving and he seems fine now. What just happened? Anyway, though, you have 2 options here, as you mentioned. No matter which choice you make, the resulting equipment and rewards you get are the same, but affinity is a bit different. We'll go over each detail, but I think we made our choice before she runs away.
Hello. Right, the other career path I might try to go down is being a sculptor. Don't laugh.
Sorry, couldn't help it.
I've got a budding interest in it. I carved a pendant out of wood. I wouldn't say that I'm good yet, but it's so much fun. I could become Kenny Rohan's pupil and learn properly. There are problems with this option too, though. 1, it doesn't pay very well, at all. 2, it's not exactly the most social of activities. I'd probably have nobody to talk to all day but my own sculptures. Possibly not the best career path if I'm trying to land a man. But I do enjoy it a lot.
I'm glad everything worked out. You're a psychopath.
Do you mind?
Oh, that wasn't a generic response.
I know my explanation is a bit long-winded and annoying, but that's just because it matters so much to me. Let's take a deep breath and carry on. I'm nearly finished.
And again, no matter which choice you do, you still get the same rewards.
Hello.
Realistically, I'm sure I'd be able to do either job. I have an innate ability for one and a keen interest in the other. I guess there's no wrong answer. They both have ups and downs. But that's exactly why it's hard to decide. You pick for me instead.
Me? But it's your life we're talking about. Your entire life.
Don't worry. I won't hold a grudge against you. In fact, I won't have any regrets. Whatever you decide, I'll do it and never look back. But there's no hurry. I'll wait until you've thought about it properly.
Can you give me a couple of years? A couple of centuries, perhaps? I think Melody's getting jealous. She's staying put. Well, I guess we have no choice but to... I like how she's forcing us on a walk, how she's forcing us on a ride of her life. There's a metaphor in here somewhere, but I'm not gonna mention it. While Melody plays Spider-Man.
Hello.
Okay, Shulk, which career path do you think would suit me best?
Now, you can pick either one, but I think you should keep passions separate. Don't put yourself up on so much pressure. A soldier? I think what's coming up, the Defense Force needs as many as they can get.
You think I'd make a good soldier? It would feel nice to be able to protect people. Maybe I'll even find a nice soldier boy. That part's just between us.
I refuse to make a comment on that joke.
Becoming a soldier could set me up for life. Good idea.
You're welcome, but I don't think I actually did anything.
Oh, stop being so pessimistic. You gave me the push I needed.
Now I sort of wish I hadn't. What if it all goes wrong?
You worry too much, Shulk. It'll be fine, I guarantee. I never realized before, but you're pessimistic as well sometimes.
Are you getting a theme here? I sure hope so.
I think it's nice in a way. It's just how kind and caring you are. But most of the time, it's still better to be confident in yourself.
You're right. But you should remember to take your own advice, Désirée.
True, I really have to do my best in my new career. Otherwise, I'll be eroding your self-confidence as well as mine. That's all the motivation I needed, so thanks for everything.
We did it! I guess. We got Désirée to join the Defense Force. We get sweep stuff, which we already have, but why not take more? And finally, we get another Shulk goddamn skill tree. God, I'm gonna go on a rant right here because Jesus! Okay, Shulk. Art-wise, he is the most limited. No matter what art palettes you get, his stays the same, and he is the quickest to get all of them. His bread and butter is the Monado. Okay, cool, I get that. But I think the key problem with Shulk's development is because Shulk, what Shulk can do is he can get you out of jams, as in like, if an attack is gonna come towards you, he can get you either protected or make you evade or solve any problem. Every other character, they have a way to stop things from happening and deal a lot more damage. Charlotte, she can have a lot of buffs and healing and preventions from debuffs. Ricky, he can heal and also cause a lot of debuffs towards enemies. Dunban, he has auras. Ryan has a good amount of HP and can take a lot of hits without any bad drawbacks. Even Fiora to a push is pretty good. Shulk, without the Monado, he's pretty much useless. His biggest thing is like Shadow Eye, but that brings the aggro to someone else. I think it tells from his AI that he's not the best battle companion. And here's one of the biggest things I hate about Shulk. The fact that if we look at everyone's skill tree, right now, Melia, we got her skill tree as soon as we left Alchemoth. Charlotte, we got it recently, but I was able to get it a lot sooner. Ryan, once you get Iconic 6 up to a good point, he's all yours. Ricky, same thing for Frontier Village. Dunban, once you meet Valak Mountain. Shulk, to even be near his skill tree, you have to be end game, almost. So I just think that with Shulk's lack of art variety, lack of hard hitting stats, and lack of skill tree development, it just doesn't make him viable to use for a long period of time.
And he's kind of squishy too, so he can't even have the aggro on himself.
No. He just gets into trouble and has the Monado bail him out, but the Monado is circumstantial, whereas every other character is has much more variety and flexible.
Yeah, and like if you need to use a Monado to increase someone's evasion, you could do that with gyms.
Yeah, or and even in narrative perspectives, there's drawbacks because early game Shulk couldn't hit Homs in Alchemoth. Back when Tyrea was attacking Melee in the tomb, you had literally no point to using Shulk. Sorry, rant over. It's just, Shulk, why? Sorry, rant over. It's just, it really hurts me because I like using Shulk, but even I know it's a bad idea. But what can you say, really? Apart from Shulk, grow up in more ways than one. No. Back to the success of our side quests. I just want to honestly just give me a moment. I want to find the I want to find the notes for Désirée's side quest in which we just completed. Reads as follows. Listen to Désirée's long story. Challenge yourself to listen to Désirée's long and boring story. Trying to fall asleep while listening to Désirée's story. Make it look like you enjoy listening to Désirée's long story. And finally decide Désirée's future. We have massive regrets. Oh, so many. But it's not just her future we've actually changed. We've actually changed her lifestyle as well, because now her patterns have changed. She no longer goes and stares at the pier for days on end, next to the guy having a mental breakdown. Instead, you can find her elsewhere doing her rounds.
And she's wearing Defense Force attire as well.
Aesthetic changes, so that technically means they had to do 2 models and 2 portraits for her. In fact, maybe even 4 or 5 compared to her default one, her sculptor attire, and her soldier uniform. But now just give me a moment and I shall try and find her in her new lifestyle. Aha! There you are, and looking pretty nifty as well. So, what's your plans now, Désirée, dear?
Hello.
The soldiers have been protecting the colony like this all along. I never realized how hard they worked to protect us until now.
Hello.
The most dangerous time of this day is when your shift is finishing. Your mind starts to wander and then you let your guard down.
it was like she is enjoying life, which is good to know. And just in case you were wondering about what changes there are to Affinity, the earnings in Colony 9 are pretty much the same. And the differences between the people who she has affinity with is as follows. If you went to the Sculptor route, you would simply see her and her affinity with Kenny to be pupil and student. However, your affinity with Betty would go down, and I mean far down, and listed as traitor. But if you put her as a soldier.
Oh, hi.
You know the soldier who keeps watch in the residential district? That's Minnie. She's been in the defense force longer than me. I should go out somewhere with her, have a little fun.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Hi.
If I do...
Sorry. That's not what I was gonna go for, but alright. Just give us a moment. There you are. Right time, different place. Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
Dorothy and I become really good friends. We're about the same age, but she's so mature underneath.
And more affinity. And if we were to go talk to Betty...
You know my friend, she's called Désirée. She's joined the defense force. I don't think she's used to it yet, but she's doing her best.
The affinity we get is firm friends. And friends? slash colleague. But that's another connection made on the affinity tree. And I don't know about you, but just seeing all this just makes it so satisfying to use.
And says Dorothy has a brother up there? Rival siblings? Who is that?
That's Jackson.
Oh, Jackson is her brother. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, I guess affinity works. What works for one sibling may not work for another. I guess that's all. I guess that's really it. Shulk, you limp pessimism, dude, and to be honest, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel pessimism towards you. You chief defense. It's not gonna do you a lot of good, Jum, but hey, it's better late than never.
Yeah.
I said every player ever. Before we end off, I want to talk to Désirée one more time. She's mentioned briefly about our closing her dad's shop, and she's moved on to another life.
Hello.
Let's see if she has anything to say regarding that.
Hello.
So, doesn't directly tell you, but her father was Zord, if you couldn't actually tell. And she'll never know what happened. Because probably not best to tell her. But she's living a good life now. Happy and wealthy one. I think that's all Zord would have wanted. So, with that, guys, I think we've done another good deed for Colony 9, and have another person as well. So, with that, guys, I think we'll call things here. So, If you like this episode, be sure to like it. If you didn't like it, you know where to go. And if you wanna see more content like this, be sure to subscribe to see more. And as another day dawns, this episode's over. Thank you for your time, and as always, we'll see you next time.